you shouldn't have to push people to be a part of your life. At some point you have to let them be who they're going to be. One of the things that starts happening, you'll notice some breadcrumbing, and it's real easy to get in. And breadcrumbing is where like it gets less and less. You get less and less interaction with somebody. And so when you notice this is happening, our response tends to be to chase after that situation and keep going and trying to convince them that they need to communicate with us, that we're good enough for them to communicate with us. And here's the thing, you are good enough. And if they're doing that, it's not really about you, it's much more about them, and there's a lot more complicated things going on there. It can be attachment issues, it can be that they are overwhelmed with things, it can be that they are going through stressful times. And so what I'm learning, and what I've had to remind myself multiple times, because I'm the kind who's like, I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. But if at some point you aren't willing to do the same for me, it should be like an equal give and take. But at some point you have to recognize that you need to back off and give them space. And so what I do in that sense, and I have to remind myself to do this, is just to kind of take a step back and not get wrapped up in the idea of like convincing them that they need to be around me, because at that point I've lost the game already. I've already lost. At that point they've already decided to step back. And so learning that is your cue is 100% one of the best things that you can do for your mental health. Because if not, you're going to be chasing that person and your mental health is going to be bad. You're going to be feeling really bad about yourself. You're going to be struggling. Your mental load is going to be focused on why somebody isn't reaching out, instead of focusing on what it is that you need to focus on. And so for me, I have made this a thing, a motto. Like at some point, like I will give chances, but at some point, like if they're not going to come and if they're backing out and they're not going to follow me into that, they're showing signs of removing themselves little by little, at that point I have to do what's best for me, which means to back off and to let them do their thing, because it's not okay for you to be the only one it's not okay for you to have to put yourself in that position where you're begging somebody to stay. That's my deal. If you don't want to, good on you. And I think for me, that's why I've chosen to leave so many people. It's like, if you're gonna like worm your way out of my life, okay, I give you permission. You have full permission to do that. And that's been my whole motto. It's like, I will try until you decide that you're going to worm your way out. And at that point, I'm like, well, I'm not going to fight you on that. And so what I've done is I've walked away. And that has been the best thing I've ever done for myself, I'm just going to say. But anyway, I hope y'all are good. I'm great. But anyway, all right, y'all be good. I'll talk to you later. Bye.